Reading a book a week has to be one of the biggest flexes that the online creator economy kind of has brought up out of nowhere. You get people saying that I need a book right after waking up and doing my morning routine. I can't go a single day without reading for like 3-4 hours. I even keep a book in my bathroom, so when I'm there I can get like in 2 hours of extra reading done. I probably listen to an audiobook at 1.5x and I'm reading on my Kindle as well, so that way I can read a lot more. And such outrageous claims, you just have to understand that creators show you what they want to show you, and as a byproduct, what happens? You get a bunch of these new aspiring entrepreneurs hooked up to something that is not actually that much valuable to them, and they get into a big misconception. So instead of for them actually getting the business, learning sales, or getting the back end work done, wins become that they are able to watch a podcast a day, or they are able to read a book a day, or they are spending about 8 hours a day on just courses, etc. And like I said, their wins are not doing the work or testing and failing as fast as possible, so they know what kind of direction they have to go in, and then learning through action. Wins are not these, because they get and they buy into this propaganda of reading so much that you actually start to get results. But again, one of the simplest advices out there, it's let the action decide your direction. And I'm telling you now, as I have spent about close to 5 years, I'm actually just over 4.5 years on this online journey. Every year I have been consuming less books and less courses. Now, even I listen to audiobooks. I might read a book that I have on my shelf. It takes me about 14 days to even a month to just finish one audiobook at 1.5x, because all I do is listen to an audiobook while I'm making coffee for just 5 to 10 minutes a day. I feel like for me, that's pretty much it. However, I have seen more progress in the last year as compared to the 3.5 years before that, even though I have not consumed that much information. So it's still a fact that I personally am a big advocate for reading and learning. However, this video is more about not overdosing and drowning yourself in false dopamine. So let me tell you why reading 52 books a year is not at all valuable for you. Number one, and this is where we go before the topic, you read a lot more when you're a beginner, and it's great to open up horizons. I was in college and I started reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, that like every person does, and that opened up a lot of possibilities for me. So if you are a beginner in this journey, you will probably end up reading a lot more information just to decide what to do, because majority of the beginners only have these few questions. I don't know what skill to learn, I don't know what niche to go into, I don't know what kind of business I need to start. So they end up reading a lot more books, they go into all bunch of courses, and then it takes them years to decide what direction that they want to go in. One of the biggest lessons that I learned is, if you pick one thing and go at it for like 1.5 years, that's when you will know. People, especially beginners, have a very small timeline in their mind in terms of achieving results, and it's actually counterintuitive, because testing and failing in the business world, it takes time. You can't decide if you got no results for 1 month in a particular business model or a niche that it's not for you. You have to give it time. So it's always good to start with a lot more reading, but you have to consciously put a stop to it. And after a point, you should be like, okay, for the next 6 months, I'm not going to pick a single book. I'm just going to take the information that I have gotten in the last amount of books that I have read, and I'm just going to take action. And this is where we start to focus on point number 2. You define a point where you realize yourself consciously that you know enough, and all you do is take action. So let's say if you have read a book on freelancing, you have read Pajama Profits, or you have read Seth Godin's book, if I'm remembering correctly, he has a book on freelancing as well, and you have read, let's say, Expert Secrets. You have done that, keep the books aside, and then just focus on building your business, and give a solid go for like 6 months before getting back to any new information. And as you are on these 6 months, do not stop learning completely. What I mean by this is, if at any point you feel stuck, research a book, understand if that book has the value that you need, and then just pick up and read small segments of it. I probably have about 15-20 books that I have not completed, and I left those books after I kind of got the gist of the entire idea after reading like 15-20 pages, and that's it. That's the only information that I needed from those books. That's something that you can do as well when you are in the early parts of your journey. And I'm kind of going ahead with my pointers. You don't need to finish a book. Like those claims made by creators, it feels like finishing a book is an accomplishment, and it definitely is when you're a beginner. But as you move forward in your journey and you have spent time in it, not finishing a book, instead getting something done and getting real world results, that's an accomplishment. So change the definition of a win for you. At this point, for me personally, completing a book is not a win. Getting some information, implementing that in my content or my agency or anything that I'm doing, and getting real world results, that is something that I count as a win. However, number 5 is something that was a good habit that I developed early this year, and it was to substitute boredom with learning. So when you are going to bed, or you have just woken up, or whenever you feel lethargic throughout the day and you get the urge to pick up your phone and scroll social media, sure, it's fine. You absolutely should have about 30 minutes a day where you are just doom scrolling, because that gives you that dopamine that this current world has forced onto us, and we cannot live without that dopamine. तुम लोग अपने friend group में relevant नहीं रहोगे अगर तुम्हें मालूम नहीं है कि memes क्या चल रही हैं. So that's fine. About 30 minutes a day, I believe it's fine to have a healthy focus. So that way you keep your phone aside, and then every other time where you feel the urge to maybe open Netflix or to maybe open YouTube and watch some bullshit video, put that aside and then consciously develop this habit of picking up a book. So what I used to do is I have this Kindle in front of me. I still keep it within arm's reach at all points. So I understand whenever I am getting distracted. So when I do, I have a bunch of books purchased on the Kindle, and I'll just pick up those books and I'll read like 2 pages from it. And that gets me in the zone again, so I can focus on work. Now, instead of reading 52 books a year, read maybe 1 book a month. So about 10 to 12 books a year. That's a very realistic goal. One of the main things that you will learn as you start to read a lot more books than usual, it's that if it's one topic and there are like 20 books under that topic, all those 20 books will probably have about 80% of information which is the same. So if you get the gist of it from one book, stop reading every single book in that industry or in that niche. So you should focus on learning one skill in a particular month and then just reading one book over and over again. So it's like you finish that book 4 times in that month and derive action pointers from it, create flashcards and put it in your daily schedule to practice those books. I have this book in my list, which is How to Talk to Anyone, and it has like 92 topics on it. Plus I'm watching Art of Conversation again by Prakhar. So I'm developing this habit this year that I have to work a lot more on my conversation skills. And with this, I have narrowed down my focus a lot. And even though I have like 70, 80 books here on my bookshelf, I'm not gonna pick any of them. And I'm just gonna focus on these sources of information. Another thing that I have seen, people love to shit on mindset books or books related to, your thinking patterns or psychology, stuff like it, because they believe that all of this information is just flashy information that does not work. I have seen that I have made more progress in life when I read about 20% of books that are related to my work, and then about 80% of the books that can help me just as a person, maybe help me focus better. So War of Art, or have a better approach with business. So let's say anything you want, or improve my self-image, being psycho-cybernetics, or let's say improving my conversation skills. So how to win friends and influence people. These types of books have helped me a lot more in business, even though they are not related to it. At the end of the day, you have to become that person who is capable of success, and you have to become that person who is capable of, let's say, achieving a 5K month or a 10K month or a 15K month. Let's say if I'm doing 15 to 20K per month right now with my agency, I have to become that person to earn about 50K a month. So for me, it's developing that mindset, developing that way of life that will get me there. So I have seen that if you read about 80% of the books that are related to improving you as a person, and then about 20% of the books that are related to your work, you will always end up making a lot more progress personally, plus in your work. And the last point being, you have to flex action and not learning. It's a bigger flex if you only have one book in your bookshelf and you have taken a lot more action and gotten results, as compared to someone who just watches courses all day and reads books all day. That person has knowledge to flex, you have results to flex. So once you fix these things, you will have a very subjective opinion and you will have a very subjective view on the information that you're consuming. And I'm telling you, in this world, if you can control the information that you're taking within yourself, you will feel superhuman, because you will have a narrower focus, you will have a focused, healthy lifestyle, and you will not be this distracted individual who's acting, hyper, or who's acting with ADHD, although ADHD is something serious that people might develop. However, it's always better to have a calm state of mind, a calm approach towards work. And I believe in this world, that's a flex. So if you want to flex something, flex how much action that you take and not the amount of books that you're reading. That's my approach that has developed over the last 4.5 years in terms of reading. As of now, I am listening to this audiobook called Hard Things About Hard Things, and I've been listening to that audiobook for like 2.5, 3 weeks now, and it's still about halfway done. So I'm not continuously consuming that much information. For me, it's taking the action, which is filming these videos. That's it for the video. You don't need to read a book a week to be able to make good progress. I'll see you in the next one.